So all of these individuals who provide for their families, take care of their families, one of the things that nobody is talking about is the repercussions of after they're done doing all of this. There are health needs. We are now seeing the rise in cancer. We are seeing the rise in these diseases that come from harvesting this dirty fuel. And who is paying for those costs? Who is paying for the illness and sickness that is happening? And why aren't we talking about that?
Yeah.
Because there are repercussions of dirty fuel. There are repercussions of poisoning the water. There are repercussions of poisoning the land. The human beings are that repercussion. They end up with the illnesses, the diseases in the background. Who is looking at those long-term things? Who is looking at the loss of the animals, the plants, the medicines? Those are all things that we should be bringing up to the forefront. So as you provide for your family, it seems so much better to provide a clean, healthy environment, clean, healthy water, so that we can live. Instead of providing for your family with something that is going to damage your family.
Yeah. And it completes a circle. When you look at the whole thing, it's one way that the circle of life works is, right now it's going through these little tubes in a way. It's restricted. It's a constrictor. So that's what the black snake is doing. It's greed that is actually constricting us, and we feel as though it's abundance. We feel as though the ability to drive 50 miles just by putting this fluid in your tank that's abundance. It is, and it has been. It's part of abundance. But when you look at it in the scale of what the sun is giving us, it's a drop in the bucket. I mean, it's nothing. This is what we're talking about with wind and solar, and what the Creator has given, this gift that it's trying to say, hello, here I am. You just need to look past. You can solve a couple problems here. You can look in the hearts of the people who own these companies and feel unsatiated, even after the first million, first billion, first 100 billion, first trillion. These are individuals who are taking this money in. That's one thing. It's okay to want abundance and to want to be part of that. So there's no judgment there. But once we start seeing that something is telling us that this isn't the right way, and we can all feel it, we can all sense it. Why is it that some are able to wake up and transfer their money out of the old paradigm and into the new one? Why are some people doing that but some aren't? And that's the divestment strategy, and well, I don't even want to use the word strategy, because that implies some sort of there is a war, there is a conflict, but it's, I don't know that it is the way that a lot of people see it. I think it's something that we're working through. It's like passing a kidney stone, and we're gonna do it. It's just we've really got to buckle down quickly and do it in one swoop. Just really make a major statement while we protect our water, while we're talking about this black greed that runs, this vein that runs through our hearts, where we're not able to see the abundance, and we try to grab it like it's the wind, but you can't. Not unless you use a windmill. It's like we're trying to grab these, siphon all of this. So the middle people, the industry, they're currently in between the people and the gift, and we want them to see the gift. We want the fossil fuel industry to say, hey, yeah, thanks for showing us this, and I've been looking at this, and I've been thinking about this, and now that you brought it closer to us, you showed us the light in this new way. I can forgive myself. That's the first thing. And for all of us who drive different types of cars and all that. We can forgive ourselves, and we need to go into that space where we do talk about that. It's probably one of the most difficult things to do is to say, okay, yeah, look at that snake, look at that snake, look at that snake, and then to realize that the snake goes all the way around and right back up to us. And it's a little thread that goes through our hearts, and that's the thread that we're working on healing together. You know, we say on the one hand, thank you for this, and then we say on the other hand, now that we're here, look at what else we can do. So let's expand, let's evolve. This is evolution, and it can be painful. And as the prophet says, Khalil Gabriel, I really need to work on his name. He says something similar to, pain is the breaking of the shell of our understanding. And so when I look at this pipeline, I first saw a constrictor constricting the earth, wrapped around the whole earth in all these pipelines, and just kind of, you know, symbolically restricting us. And I sensed that it came in and started constricting us. And then I said, wait, maybe that's not what happened. Maybe what happened is that we grew, and we're growing out of it. And now that we're growing out of it, we're breaking these pipelines. You know, that's a weird analogy there. We don't want to break pipelines. Let me rework that one. But we're letting them go. We're letting them fall away like an old scab. You know, it's not like we need to yank it out and remove it. And we can gently and lovingly and very peacefully do this. You know, we get the solar panels, we get the windmills, we get whatever else, other ideas we have, and we put them to work. And it's really, it's great to see how many dimensions are layered here. And it's kind of like an algorithm now. Like we just simply can look at one side of this Missouri River. And how do you say that?
Minnewishoshi.
Minnewishoshi. And we can look at the other side, and so we can see love in the rainbow serpent, which is the segments of all the people who are gathering there, of all colors of the rainbow. And we know that that rainbow serpent, its heart has just started beating. You know, it's aware of itself. It's gathering more. It's growing. It's evolving, and it's expanding in love. And I see this right now. It might seem like a weird analogy, but I see like a sweet, wonderful, magical, beautiful serpent, and it's this rainbow serpent that has a heart of love, and it's smiling, and it's ready to show itself and to show the world how beautiful it is, and to also to love that other snake, you know, and to say, I know who you are, and I have some understanding of you, but you know, it's time for you to lay to rest, just like everything else in life does. It's time for new rebirth and improvement.
You know, I find some things very comical because of who we are. Mm-hmm. My grandma, my great grandma, Chanku, Chanteria, and we called her Chante. She had medicine.